Well, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. I know we took a little hiatus off last week, but we are back. Different night tonight because of obviously New Year's being tomorrow. But we still got a lot of football to talk about. We've got UFL news that you guys are all going to be happy to hear. We've got the college football games coming up, maybe a little college from last week, and plenty of NFL to talk about. So we're going to get this thing started, Ed.
That's right. This is the last show of the bottom line for the 2025. Overall, it's episode number 97, closing in on the big 100. Let's get it going, Eric.
And that's the bottom line. You want a war? You're going to get one.
The cream rise to the top, oh yeah.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
That time,
Man, it's hard to think. This is 97. 97 times we have been right here.
we're well into our third season.
For 3 straight years.
3 straight years. And unlike most other podcasts, we take a few weeks off in late June, early July. But other than that, for the most part, every Wednesday night, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's Tuesday because, the holidays just kind of fell wrong for us this year. What did we
How
move it
dare
last
they
year?
do Christmas Eve
Yeah.
and New Year's Eve on a Wednesday night?
Don't they know the bottom line has important stuff to talk about on Wednesdays?
You know that you and I would have made it happen, but it's in our best interest to not do it that way.
Yeah, because and of course, the show that we cannot do because it was Christmas Eve, I could have put this all over the place. Could have put it all over the place, man. Like, I get to miss the gloating. I get to miss all the feels. And the thing about it is, like I was telling you before the show, the loss to San Francisco doesn't bother me a bit. It doesn't bother me a bit. We went toe-to-toe with, I would arguably say, maybe one of the best teams in the NFC at their place on the road, and we had a chance to win at the end. I mean, as a Bears fan, bud, I'm on cloud 9.
Yeah, and Christmas, what was it, the day after Christmas, or was it 2 days after Christmas? 2 days after Christmas, I got to sit with Eric and Chad, a couple of ding dongs watching Chicago play. And when you don't have any skin in the game and you just sit back and watch these guys, yeah.
Two grown-ass men embracing after the play.
God dang. I thought at the end of the game, Jolene and I took cover because these two guys, both approaching 3 bills, wrapping their legs around each other and hopping up and down. It got kind of uncomfortable for a while.
Listen, you know what? Like I told you guys, this is how my house is when I've got nobody there watching. I go nuts. Like, I know there are people out there that are college football fans and whatever, but like the NFL, since I was a kid, has just it's been my love. I was going through earlier when I was doing some stuff for the show, and there were some old clips. The introduction to the 1985 NFC Championship game between the Rams and the Bears. The old clip of how they introduced the game, and I got goosebumps. They had a 1991 Monday Night Football opening between the Bills and the Bengals. Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly. When the helmets used to come down on the field, and then they do an introduction, and they were talking about Thurman Thomas.
Up and then they go together.
They crash together, and then here comes Hank Williams Jr. I was just like, I'm getting goosebumps now. Like, I don't know. Those are the types of things, that I relate to clear back to when I was a kid, where it was just like, this is why I love the NFL. There's 100 and however many teams, 129 college teams. And yes, Iowa State, I graduated from there. But when it comes to NFL, Sunday Night Football with the 49ers and the Bears takes me all the way back to I think it was 1990. I can remember being up in my room as like a little kid, 7th grader, 8th grader, whatever I was, and watching San Francisco and the Bears play on Monday Night Football, and I'm just like, this is it, man. Like, the NFL is it.
So I don't know whether to save this for the John's already hitting the comment line, but we probably should hold that till we get to
no, I can answer it. John. It feels the same as Notre Dame not making the playoffs. All right. Here we go. Actually, I probably feel better about it. It's fine.
Oh man, we got 2025 coming to a close, and hell, there's even part of 2025 I don't even remember. So
see, Amanda knows. Amanda knows what I'm talking about, Ed.
Yeah.
Helmets crashing together, that's iconic, man. Why they ever change that stuff?
She watched football growing up, whether she liked it or not.
Yeah. Drives my wife nuts. Kind of like tomorrow. I'll have football on from 11 a.m. till probably 10:30, 11 o'clock.
But welcome, everybody, and Jay and Big Mike. And
yes, even you, John. Even you, John, welcome. I appreciate your constant digs. It's fine. Dude, the Bears are winning. There's nothing that can – I mean, Bears could go one and done in the playoffs. I'm still going to be happy because you know what? My NFL team is relevant. And it looks like we have a quarterback. So we did need a room, Amanda. It was 2 grown-ass men embracing in pure joy for Chicago Bears win.
And then every time Chad stood up and yelled in front of the TV, it went blank. And then everybody would tell him to sit his fat ass down so we could watch the game again.
Yep. No.
Oh, here we go. Now we
there
got
he
him
is.
Back. There he is.
Got through the technical difficulties, buddy?
No.
No.
I've got to download the app, which will take me another 30 minutes, and I literally cannot see you guys.
Oh, you can't? Well, we can all see you, pal.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So we was trying to stall if everybody couldn't figure that out, because we was waiting for our on the spot UFL reporter to get online so we could start it. So just so you know, if you've been living under a rock, you probably wouldn't know who the 7 of the 8 coaches are so far that the UFL has locked into place. So let's part the Red Sea quick and just do a quick rundown. We've got Shannon Harris, who's coming back to DC. That was reported some time ago. Ted Ginn was reported to be taken over in Columbus, big Ohio State guy. You know, Dolphins, Carolina, New Orleans in the NFL. Then we've got A.J. McCarron, who's taken over in Birmingham. He's got some big shoes to fill. Is that right, Brett?
Yeah. I hate it for him. It's a tough task to replace what Skip's done in Birmingham, but I got faith that AJ's going to work his butt off, and he'll have some real good assistants around him. And that should be announced next week.
Brett, are you going to give him the same rope that you gave Kalen DeBoer at Alabama?
No, that's different.
Oh, that's different. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, Kalen gets less rope.
And so that shortly after AJ, it was announced that Anthony Beck was moving from St. Louis to Orlando, more of a regional move where he actually lives. So what's that open up in St. Louis? None other than Ricky Prohl, which is a good signing. I mean, no one yells St. Louis more than Ricky Prohl. You know, the year the Rams won it all, they had to get past the mighty Tampa Bay Bucks, and Ricky Prohl caught the game-winning touchdown at the end when it looked like Tampa was going to dash the Rams' hopes. It did not happen. So then, shortly then this morning, was it yesterday, it was announced that Chris Redman, which makes a lot of sense for Louisville, being big Louisville Cardinal guy.
All-time leading passer at Louisville, I believe.
Yeah, Louisville all-time leading passer, 12,500 yards. 1999 Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award winner. He was third-round draft pick in the 2000 draft of the Ravens. He was actually part of a Super Bowl championship in Super Bowl 35. Had a 9-year NFL career and had 3,100 NFL passing yards. So he spent a long time on NFL rosters, but he didn't get too much starting playing time. But we all know that backup quarterbacks, when it comes to knowledge of football, has every bit as the starters do, right?
Well, I mean, you take that knowledge. Listen, you pay me Chase Daniel money, and I sit there and hold the clipboard and just learn. I'll take that all day and twice on Sunday. Wouldn't you, Brett?
Absolutely. It's the safest, best position on the field.
Dang right. And you're the most popular guy, too.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when the starter's struggling.
Yeah. Yes.
So that put us down to 2. Well, then this morning, it was announced that Rick Neuheisel was taken over for the Dallas Renegades. And we had a chance to be a part of a press conference that he had today. And there was a couple questions. There are a couple clips I'd like to play. The first one, Mac Engel asked Coach to compare the UFL to the current college game. And this is what Coach had to say.
Because of your long experience in NCAA football and now seeing your son try to navigate that landscape, Is being a pro coach easier than being a college coach in this era?
Well, this actually feels more collegiate than what's going on in the college marketplace now, because every guy on this team is going to earn the same amount of money. If you really think about it, what everybody's getting is a scholarship to play one more year of football and to see where their careers can go. We are not making delineations as to who's getting what. No agent's going to call in and say he's got to have more and all that kind of stuff. No one's going to opt out, because if they do, there's no place to opt out to. This is really pure football for the love of the game, as the saying goes, and an opportunity to prove that you're worthy to get into an NFL camp and chase that dream, that brass ring, if you will. And that's all a noble cause. But it's also a chance, if it doesn't work out, to leave on your own terms and to be proud of what you got accomplished as an athlete and be looking forward to the challenges that lie away from the football field.
100%.
Yep. And so then the conversation kind of steered towards the talk about just how much opportunity there was coming out of the UFL for these players to make their way back to the NFL. And having said that, I really got to give kudos to Brett and to James Larson, who over the last week or two has done a fantastic job of posting, just all the players that are former or current UFL players that are getting their opportunity or had their opportunity in the NFL. It was being reported in another podcast that the UFL was not a league of opportunity and that there wasn't anything more to the UFL than it was a league of kickers. We're the only ones getting their opportunity in the UFL. And like I said, James Larson and Brett went to work and posted game after game after game of all the players that are former UFL, former USFL players. And not only that, but even last night, watching the Rams game against the Falcons, I noticed London, defensive lineman for the Atlanta Falcons. He was getting a lot of playing time, and shoot, he was a former Battlehawk that was side by side with Kevin Atkins, who's, I would just say, is in my You and the Lou Hall of Fame. And I also see that Kevin Atkins is starting a football camp for young players, and he's kind of showing them the ropes to make it possible for them to fill their dreams. So, as we talk about the UFL and the League of Opportunity for the NFL, he was asked further about the players that play in the UFL, and this is what Rick Neuheisel had to say farther on into the interview.
Equally as important are the stories of the guys who maybe don't quite have what it takes to take the next step, but to finish on their own terms and to have the opportunity to say, hey, this was wonderful. I was part of a great team. I'm good. I'm excited about the lessons that I've learned from football. They'll help me in my life as a husband, as a father, as a businessman, as a guy in the community. It's all going to work out. And so I think that's why I've been such a fan of this. Like I said, I've got all kinds of teammates that went on to great things. I've got all sorts of kids that I coached that went on to do really fun things and exciting things in their own lives, personal lives. And that will be the same case with these fellas that'll be part of the Dallas Renegades. I cannot wait to get.
So again, as we allude to the League of Opportunity, I'll make another reference. Again, I won't name the podcast, but they made reference that the League of Opportunity was not a League of Opportunity because it didn't provide every player on the roster equal playing time. And I guess my response to that was, what is this, 7th grade T-ball? I mean, since when does a professional sports team not play to win the game? So, you're providing an opportunity for each and every player on a roster to make it back to the NFL just strictly by them being on the roster and playing professional football. What they do with that opportunity, if they can cut it, great. If they can't, great. But it's a league of opportunity regardless of your playing time. Your ability is going to dictate your playing time.
Well, and I think Coach Neuheisel said it best. They get to go out on their own terms, however those are. They get the opportunity to play, and maybe they're like London. Maybe they're like, whoever's playing in the NFL now, or maybe they don't make it. But at least they go out on their own terms. I think he said it best. I'm already a fan of Rick Neuheisel because of that. I think he gets it. I think he understands it. So
Brett, did you pretty much cover them all, or was there more that you didn't get to? Because I know there for a while, you and James Larson were piggybacking on each other, and you had a pretty good list of players that were in the NFL.
Yeah, James has done that got to give him credit. James has done that for the last 2-3 years. It's amazing the amount of time that he puts in. I mean, I try to hold down a full-time job, and I'm on the road quite a bit in between home and work, and then come home and take care of 97 fur babies. So I got to give James a lot of credit. Is all I can remember is I think there was 22 this past week that actually played in the NFL that was ex-spring football players. Also, to touch on something with Neuheisel, he's already wet his beak, so to speak, with spring football. He was the Arizona Hotshots head coach in 2019 with the infamous AAF that I guess they stopped play after 7-8 weeks. But Neuheisel was the coach there. They had Scooby Wright, quite a few good players, had some awesome uniforms too. But Neuheisel's definitely been around. It's a great hire for the league.
Brett, you saw this, right? Jay's kind of one and only comment, positive comment for you. He wants to assure that that it's going to end here, but good job.
So that leaves.
Oh, I know.
So that leaves only one position left, and that's the Houston Gamblers. And looks like more chances than not, this is going to be the guy. Brett, I'm sure you know this guy's background. He was with Wade Phillips in Houston. He was with Wade Phillips in San Antonio. Known as a fantastic offensive mind, and now it's looking like he's a front runner to take over for the Gamblers, and it could be announced as early as tomorrow morning.
I think he's also created in his downtime a video game that's pretty successful. I can't remember the name. I only have so much time. It's not football related, but I want to say that's him. So he's definitely a smart fella. That's for sure. He can do more than call plays, obviously.
Right. He's definitely an offensive mind. Houston will benefit from that. No question.
So what's your
You notice a lot of these hires, and I go back.
Go ahead, Brett.
No, go back to these hires, and I go back to one thing that Rapoli had tweeted a few weeks ago was he wanted to know what the ideal score was, what the fans thought an ideal good score for a good football game was. And, like most of the younger folks, they go with the higher scores. And I think that's what he's trying to do with these hires, if you notice. And then I'm real curious to what kind of rule changes we're going to be looking at in the next few days as well. We still got to look at that, and there will be some changes.
Well, Brett, you and I talked about this at length. What is something else that we've noticed about all these hires?
a lot of them are young guys that necessarily don't have any head coaching experience, but they're also local to the area. A lot of them are local to the area, which will definitely help attendance, and that's what this league needs.
Yeah, I mean, you look at these, with the changes to the head coaching roles of these teams, you really have turned it. I mean, people want to be mad about Holtz. They want to be mad about Nolan. They want to be mad about these other guys. But other than Neuheisel, a lot of these guys are young guys, hungrier guys, not just coaching for the fun of it now. This is a year-round job. And what does that normally take? Unless you're the NFL and you're Andy Reid, it takes he's turned into a younger man's game. So by proxy, he has turned the coaching roles also to an opportunity. I mean, coming into this opportunity, is AJ McCarron, is this the last job he's looking at doing? Probably not.
No.
But this is an opportunity for him to show that he can coach this level, and maybe the next level, and however far his aspirations want to take him. So, I mean, I kind of like what they're doing here. Other than Neuheisel, Beck was one of the youngest coaches in the league the last couple of years. Now he's one of the oldest.
Yeah, I think AJ McCarron, I want to say he's 35. AJ Smith, which we're expecting to be announced as the Houston coach, is 36, I believe. It's definitely an exciting time when it comes to that. And I get tickled at, I went back and forth with some of these geniuses online the last couple of weeks.
You have? No way. No, yeah. I don't believe it.
Well, that's one big problem with social media. It gives any idiot a platform to, which, they've got a right to speak their opinion. Don't mean they're right or wrong, I guess. It's just, players and coaches don't stay anywhere forever. And that's what fans kind of lose grips on. And you can already tell that a lot of these coaches are going to be doing a lot of local promotions and advertising and trying to get the word out there, which it makes sense why, like you said, Stoops and Holt stepped down. And the fans got to remember what they were doing the last 2 years wasn't working, so they needed to try something else. So I'm very excited about the future.
Well, I think Houston fans, if the AJ Smith happens for sure, they got to be pretty jacked because, that's something that I think Houston could have used for the last couple years, and they were a force to be reckoned with towards the end of the season last year, but unfortunately they started too slow and weren't able to make the playoffs. But they definitely had a team. So, Eric, you were supposed to ask me this and you didn't ask me.
Oh, what are you most grateful for in 2025, Ed? Besides being right here on the bottom line with Brett.
I was going to say, what am I most grateful for in 2025 is that I'm still ticking.
Right? That's true.
That I'm still ticking. But I took my better half to a movie today, that Neil Diamond movie.
Yeah.
And
you just dated yourself, by the way.
Song Sung Blue was the name of it. And I don't know if that was the best movie for me to go to, reminiscing about the year of 2025, because the main character in the movie has a heart condition. And he spends the whole movie basically having almost heart attacks and getting paddled and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, I don't know if that was really what I wanted to take the old 2025 out with. But
you clearly didn't know the premise of the movie when you went, did you?
I clearly did not. And it was even close for Mama Bear too, because the significant other, it was lightning and thunder was the two of them. And the gal was played by, oh, God, what's Goldie Hawn's daughter's name? Anyway, you know who I'm talking
about. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
She gets taken out by a car during the movie, and she loses half her leg at the knee. And I'm like,
Kate Hudson.
Kate
Thank
Hudson.
you. Thank you,
She lost her part of her leg. Mama Bear had knee replacement.
Like, this should not have been a movie.
Another guy has heart problems. I mean, this was like way too close to.
Yeah.
Should have chose a comedy.
Yeah. Go with a comedy. You can't go wrong with those. You cannot go wrong with comedies. So stay away from.
So what else, Brett? Before we move on to college, is there anything else with the UFL that you need to get us up to speed on?
There's going to be a ton of news in the next 2 weeks, from helmets, the uniforms, the schedules, the new rules. The draft reportedly is going to be the 13th and 14th, and I don't know what hell. I'm sure there's something else. Next 2 weeks is going to be unreal. It's for us to try to keep up with it, report it, and share the information. It's going to be a long 2 weeks.
So when we talk about the rumor now being, at least for now, that they want to make the teams regional, but they're going to allow hopefully each team to protect 10 players on their roster. Is that correct?
10 to 12.
Yeah, 10 to 12 is what they're talking about. But now, when AJ said that on the radio last week, that was not set in stone yet. They're still looking at it. It could end up being 8, 10, 12, but they're going to allow some of the players to be protected.
So we just need the Battlehawks need to protect Travis Feeney, PETA, Mike Rose, Dean Butler.
Yep.
That's 4. So, yeah, I mean, you had another 6 to 8. We got a good nucleus to work with.
Yep.
No, I've already had my agent working on them, and that'll be released in the coming days. They'll be coming to Birmingham.
So let's bring on our 4th guy here. He's been waving his arms. He wants to get into this UFL talk.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas.
Hey, the Bears beat the Packers. It was easily the best Christmas so far.
It's Christmas so far. Got it. I don't know. I think from the looks of it, your granddaughter enjoyed the presents more than the Bears beating the Packers.
Yeah. She made out like a fat cat, and I'm sure she will.
I almost
14 Christmases.
From what I saw, I almost think that Chad and Eric may have enjoyed each other more than the Bears beating the Packers that night too. The way they. I mean,
listen,
Jolene and I had to pry them apart there at the end. So.
No problem sharing that moment with a former or with a fellow Bears fan.
Yeah,
no problem sharing that moment, bud.
It was a beautiful moment. I was really surprised. I was expecting throughout the game more gregariousness from Eric, and he was very subdued throughout, not really yelling too much or jumping around. So it was.
I really only lost my shit a couple times.
He's pretty entertaining to watch a Bears game. I felt, although I am the king fat bastard, because they sat me in the chair that when you stand up too quick, it shuts off the TV for about a second and a half, and then the TV comes back on. So I had to kind of temper it a little bit.
It's absolutely crazy. I don't know. Somehow our chair is connected to our TV. It shuts it off and pop up. And had it pop up. I'm like, sit down.
It was the craziest shit I've ever seen. It was so funny.
Eric was pretty subdued, other than when his wife asked him for some favors or something during commercials or whatever.
Yeah, she wanted him to bring down 97 presents from the attic.
Yeah, can you go grab the presents in the attic? No. No.
Well, hey, a woman, I got to give them credit. They can't help their damn selves. I mean, and that's any woman.
The question is that. The answer is no. Like
She already knew the answer. She was just wanted to mess with him.
Oh yeah, she just wanted you guys to hear it. Like, oh, this is what I deal with.
Well, Jay, I will say this. Amanda can answer this question for you. What happens at Ed's house stays at Ed's house. Yeah, there's things that Amanda's seen that she can vouch.
I have to believe that Amanda growing up with you, younger, watching Viking games, there's probably not a whole lot of cuss words and stuff that she didn't know at a very early age.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
When they was building the new stadium and then the Vikings moved to the Minnesota Gophers outdoor stadium, and they had a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and they were playing the Seattle Seahawks, and all they needed was that field goal to win. What was it, 19 yards or whatever?
Yeah.
And I think our field goal kicker missed it by 19 yards. So
wait, a Viking kicker kept them from going to a Super Bowl? What? When? Ooh,
I'm not sure.
I've never heard of that before.
How many times in your life, Ed, have you been close to buying Super Bowl tickets and then had to not do it?
2 for sure. 1998 when Randy Moss's rookie season.
I'll never forget.
When they were 15-1 and made it to the NFC Championships, only to lose to the Dirty Bird. Gary Anderson missed the only field goal of the whole year.
Yeah.
In the NFC Championship game, and I was the last one in the Metrodome. The guy with the broom that was sweeping the Metrodome, I had to lift my legs so he could go by with the empty cups and stuff and then we ran into a blizzard on driving home that night and stayed in some hodunk town with paneled walls with one TV that got 3 channels, and all 3 channels was Viking postgame shows.
Oh.
I got to listen to nothing but the Vikings losing. Enough about that, though. And then,
hold on. One more thing.
2009 with Brett Favre.
And one more thing on that 1998 team, the only 15-1 team in NFL history to not go to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So you got that going for you too, Ed.
Which is nice.
Which is nice.
Meet you something real nice.
In 2009, Ed.
In 1998 and 2009, both times my boss had told me that if the Vikings made the Super Bowl, he was going to pay for my plane ticket, hotel, or whatever he was sending me to the Super Bowl. And I was actually on the computer in 2009 looking at Super Bowl packages when the Vikings were driving for the go-ahead score at the end of the game. And what do they tell a quarterback never to do when he's rolling out?
Throw across his body.
Throw back against the grain. And what did Brett Favre do? That was the big bounty game where, what was it? Greg Williams got suspended for a year afterwards. And the Sean Payton got suspended for a year afterwards. I haven't liked Sean Payton since. He's with the Denver Broncos right now, and he could still crash and burn, and I wouldn't lose a minute of sleep. But anyway, what are we talking NFL for?
I do have to address one thing quick, and we'll move to college. 2011, John David, look it up. Okay, let's move on to college. Because I don't even want to talk about that game either. I don't want to reminisce like Ed just did and relive all the horror.
And if nothing screams college more than starting off with the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I thought we were just talking about the playoffs.
Playoffs? Playoffs?
We got to talk about at least 2 bowl games that don't matter, but they might be 2 bowl games that might actually be entertaining.
He's first talking about this one, boys.
Yeah,
number 23, 8-4 Iowa. Number 14, 10-2 Vanderbilt.
Going against
LiaQuest Bowl.
Diego Pavia, who probably didn't have his best moments after the Heisman Trophy was announced.
Yeah.
Getting a chance, one last chance to make a statement before he enters the 2026 draft, where he has informed the Vegas Raiders that they would be fools if they don't take him.
Brett, would 11 wins be a Vanderbilt record?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because 10 is a tie, right? They have won 10 games before, like in 1957 or something.
Something, but yeah, 11 would be the absolute record. Yeah, I mean, but you know what is Diego doing right now as we speak? I guarantee you he's not going over film. So I don't know what you're gonna get out of old Pavia in the bowl game.
Yeah, he's probably clubbing right now.
Probably with old Johnny Football with him.
Yeah.
That turtleneck and chain that was too good for reality.
Him and his two brothers coming into the Heisman Trophy ceremony it reminded me of Goodfellas and Sopranos. I'm like, that right there could be the opening to Sopranos Part 2. You know what I mean? Season 2, whatever you want to call it. I mean,
well, all right, let's quit hammering on Diego Pavia. Let's actually talk about the game, Ed. Since you're a Hawkeye fan, what is your
an Axe body spray commercial?
Yeah.
My prediction in this game is that I was going to try and run the ball, and then run the ball some more.
Why does Iowa try to run the ball so much?
Because they, in the last 20 – when was Chuck Long quarterback? 1986?
86 was last year, I think.
They haven't really had a quarterback since then, so that's really the only thing they can do. So,
whoa. Tony Banks is just insulted all to hell right now.
Yeah.
Tony Banks.
Tavian Banks.
Tavian Banks. Whatever.
I was going to say he was never a Hawkeye. He'd have been blessed to be a Hawkeye, but anyway, so I look at the Hawkeyes trying to control the clock, and I just wonder how seriously Pavia is going to take this bowl game. And if he's out to prove he's the number one pick overall, is he going to do too much, try to do too much, and make some stupid mistakes that the Iowa defense will capitalize on? We'll just go ahead and make our picks on this one because everyone's waiting with bated breath. Why make them wait till the end of the college segment on this?
Well, I mean, the thing about this game, this is what Iowa's going to do. Iowa is going to Iowa. They're going to make this game. They are going to try their damnedest to make this a 13-10 game. The key to playing Iowa is don't Iowa.
Yep.
I mean, that's it. I mean, you look at Iowa's game with Indiana. Indiana tried to Iowa, 20-15. You know, Oregon tries to Iowa. What was that, 13-10 or whatever the hell that game was? Like, you cannot get in the weeds with Iowa and play possession control. Otherwise, guess what? It's a 13-10 game. That's Iowa's game plan. It's been Ferentz's game plan since he started coaching in 99. We're going to run this clock out, and we're going to try to win at the end if we're winning 13-10 or we're losing 13-10. I mean, that's just Iowa's plan. It has been for years.
Yep. 1932 called and said, we like this brand of football right here.
Yes.
All I can say, Eric, is hopefully by the time Iowa and Iowa State play next year, Iowa State has more than 16 players on their roster.
We might not. Who knows?
Or you're going to have a lot of players playing both ways.
But here's the deal, and Iowa State is a warning to a lot of programs. This is what can happen. I was listening to one of the talk shows about one of the Iowa State talk shows, and they said, listen, this also may be a warning that if you don't want to have this, then you are forced to hire within. So realistically, you may be forced to have a head coach and maybe a co-head coach that you trust to maybe take the reins over, and that still may not work. But this is where college football is heading.
Oh, for sure.
This is not going to be the last team this happens to.
Yep.
Oh,
And
Auburn's. I saw the list today, and I meant to send it to you guys on the way home. They've got 25 in the portal right now, and their recruiting class was straight trash. They're going to have to load up in the transfer portal. I mean, because right now they don't have a roster. They're in the same position as Iowa State.
Yeah, I mean it's just to the point where this is the future. You're looking at it, and if you don't have a ton of money, regardless of who your team is, this is it.
So looking at this game, Iowa went up against number 5 Oregon earlier this season and was toe-to-toe with them to the very end and come up short. They were toe-to-toe with Indiana, number 1 Indiana. Should have had that game at the end and let it get away from them. So Iowa, say what you want about their schedule, they've hung when they've had to hang. So you guys, I'm going to say it first because I know you guys are all going to follow. I'm taking Iowa in this game.
You're taking a homer call? Ooh, it's bold. You got to gank this one, Ed. I'm telling you. So Iowa and Vandy. Ed's got Iowa. I'm taking Vandy. Diego's been my guy. I've been on Vandy bandwagon from the start of the year. I'm not jumping ship now. Who you got, Chad?
They're going to be successful, Chad? Are they going to make it an ugly game and be able to get it?
I think not. I think
not.
Pavia is able to try and fix his image after the debacle in New York City. I think they beat Iowa by 14. So give me Vandy.
Brett, you sticking with SEC or are you going to roll with Ed in the Big Ten?
Well, here's my deal. I want someone to sneak into Pavia's room, just in the door, the hotel room in the morning, and take a couple quick pictures. And then once I see the pictures of his hotel room, then I can determine which way I'm gonna go on the pick. Give me Vanderbilt and hopefully a halfway sober Pavia.
You're supposed to say Iowa by 50.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. That's what I was waiting for.
You gotta say Iowa by 50.
So we got John.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm rooting for Ed's Iowa because I just don't like Diego. But
Don't do that.
John,
you can love Ed. You can love Ed and still hate and despise the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Chad's living proof.
Ed's living proof. I love Ed. I hate and despise the Iowa Hawkeyes with a fire that Eric had when he urinated this morning. That's the kind of fiery hatred I have.
Thanks, pal.
Okay,
Thanks for including me.
The only other bowl game we're going to talk about.
Well, wait. John David's got Iowa. Jay's got Vandy by more than the spread. And Big Mike's got Vandy. So, next bowl game.
The Citrus Bowl. Tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. Number 18, Michigan versus number 13, Texas. Anybody hear any of these players opting out? I didn't hear of any.
Is Sharon Moore going to be on the sidelines for Michigan?
Jesus.
In the Citrus Bowl, I don't think snow bunnies do well down there. It's too warm.
Yeah, I think they're going to let Sharon Moore come back and coach a final game. They got to get him out of jail first, though.
Yeah, I got to get him out. Is he still in jail?
He's still in jail.
Is he?
I think so.
Oh,
You gonna be all right, Brett? Holy buckets!
I just picture him in the longest yard part 3.
Special fill in for Michigan tomorrow. Mike Palco.
Mike Palco.
Mike Palco will be head coach.
Oh
that
man,
that would be wonderful. He would talk the coaches to death. They would all just put down their headphones and walk out of the stadium and quit in the first quarter.
I don't know. Michigan will probably have the best special teams performance you've ever seen.
yeah.
Talk about boring.
Whittingham is. You are correct, Big Mike. Whittingham is the new coach at Michigan.
Who's coaching the bowl game for him?
Yeah,
the big guy. The big guy.
No, the big guy.
The big guy.
He looks like he's about 72, but he's a big dude, and I can't remember his name.
Big sexy.
Somebody will help us out on the comment line, but I just think Texas is going to win this game. I think that offensively, Texas is better. They're better. I think they got better athletes. I'm rolling with that. It's hard to tell. I don't know who's in or who's out. That's another reason why we've talked about this at length on the show. Bowl games are dead. I mean, Vandy is without their stud tight end. Eli is a Bowers. Eli, you should know, Brett. Come on, you're the SEC guy.
What are we talking about? I'm still thinking about Sharon Moore.
Vanderbilt's stud tight end that won the tight end
award. Yeah. And Levitt said Vanderbilt, they're no opt-outs. They won't have an opt-out. The whole team will be there.
Vanderbilt?
Mm-hmm.
No.
They ain't going to have any. I'm going back to that. Look.
Sowers. There you go. Eli Sowers.
Stowers.
Yes.
Stowers. Stowers.
Yeah, he's out. He opted out yesterday, I believe. So
yeah, I can't. I'm so freaking tired. I can't even keep on the same game. Let's move along.
We're at Michigan and Texas, bud. Who you got in Michigan and Texas? Do you know any of the opt-outs in there, or are they straight up? Try to stay with us here.
No, Michigan. Look, I want to say I saw a list earlier today. Texas has got a couple opt-outs that have elected to go into the draft, but Texas is too fast for Michigan. Michigan's depleted. I mean, what a mess. I mean, I hate the situation that team's in over this, but it would be a heck of a story if Michigan could upset Texas tomorrow, but I just don't see it happening. Texas by 14.
Biff Poggi.
That's it.
You got his name. Biff Poggi or Poggi or however you pronounce that last name.
Yeah. Big sexy.
Yeah, big sexy. Ed, you sticking with the Big Ten here?
No, I just can't imagine that Michigan is going to truly be prepared to play a game, especially of this magnitude. So I'm going with Texas.
Well, it does sound like, and Chad, if you want to pick Michigan, I'm okay with it. It does sound like most of the people within the Michigan program knew that the Sharon Moore thing was happening clear back to when Jim Harbaugh was still there. So
wow.
Oh yeah. It sounds like this thing started when Harbaugh was there. I'm not saying Harbaugh knew about it. I'm just saying a lot of the people in the program knew that was happening clear back then. So
wow. Yeah.
I mean, hope it was worth it, Sharon. Enjoy jail.
I was just wondering if he was going to get enough TV time to be able to catch that game. That was one thing that was going through my mind.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kidnapping and the terroristic threats.
The total off the rails at the end. That was crazy, so
allegedly.
Allegedly. You're going Michigan, Chad? Perfect.
I'm going with Texas, and that's not alleged. That's actually correct.
Yeah, I just can't see how Michigan comes through on this, but I guess I guess we shall see.
So that brings us to the quarterfinals of the big college football playoffs, the real games that mean something, starting tomorrow night. We start off with number 10 Miami at number 2, or not at, versus number 2 Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl.
Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, before we move on though, Ed, Big Mike did take Michigan. That's bold, Big Mike. That's bold. John David has Texas, and Jay said he would take Michigan, not for the coaching debacle, give him the Longhorns. So Miami and Ohio State. This is going to be an interesting one.
You did mention that John David was taking Iowa too, right?
Yes, I did. He's trying to curry favor with you. You and John David.
Okay.
So the only one. John David has Ohio State by 50. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as big a blowout here as it could appear. I think Miami is good on defense. I think their defense is going to keep it closer than, the potential blowout that people may see here. The biggest question mark to me is, does Beck throw 4 picks?
Does Beck go full Beck?
Right. Well, what I'm saying is if he does not turn the ball over and throw the ball into harm's way, and Miami's defense doesn't have to spend 2.5 quarters on the field, I really do think Miami can keep this a close game. I'm not taking Miami. I think Ohio State still wins the game. But I think if he can avoid turnovers, given Ohio State short fields and stuff like that, I don't see why Miami can't compete in this game.
Well, Ryan Day has seen enough after the Indiana game. He's taken over play calling. So Ryan Day's calling the plays.
Oh, really?
On the sidelines. So he's promising that you're going to see why they have the stars that they have at the wide receiver position finally. So it looks like he's going to attempt to open it up.
Big Mike says Miami upset stunner of the weekend. Listen, I'm all for it. I think it'd be great. But I don't see where,
an upset will happen. An upset will happen in one of these games. The question is, which game will it be?
Right.
And with the head coach essentially canning the OC and taking over play calling duties, that's a little drastic. That's a little when was the last time he called plays? When was the last time he had to coordinate that and head coach the whole team?
I guess it's Urban was the head coach there. That's the last time. Was that 4 or 5 years?
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Since Urban Meyer left, that's been 8 years probably.
Say Urban's been gone a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah.
How long? Did anybody look that up?
I am.
I mean, he's got to get in the flow. He's got to. I mean, does he know the offense that well?
December 2018, he announced his retirement.
So 7 years.
7 years.
I'm sure you got coaches that are, up above that are constantly going to be in his ear, but I really wonder coaches that call the game from the side of the field, just on the sideline. How much are you actually able to see of what's going on in the game? I mean, you have to rely on the people sitting up high to keep you informed, but really all he's going to be doing is making the final call, because I got to think that the offensive coordinator is still going to be up in the booth and he's still going to be telling him what he sees.
And this is only the high school level, so take it for what it is. But, as a booth guy at the high school level, I mean, my main responsibilities are depths of corners where they're playing, what the linebackers are doing, are they blitzing? And when they are blitzing, is it A gap, B gap? Are they putting pressure from the outside? Where does it look like they're soft at? Those types of things. I mean, I'm sure it's way more complicated than that. What are the safeties doing? Are they walking anybody up? Are there steps back? What does the gap look like from the linebackers to the safeties? Those types of things. I mean,
it's more than that. I mean, who's helping him manage the clock? Who's helping him manage timeout?
Correct. Oh, you're absolutely right.
He can no longer during breaks when the defense is out there help the defensive guy. When the offense is out there, he can't go over and help the defensive guy. I mean, there are a select few head coaches that can call the offense and or defense and still manage the entire game. Not everyone can do that. First two that come to mind are Andy Reid and Ed's boy Sean Payton. I mean, this isn't just cut and paste.
Right.
So Chad, does this change your potential outlook of this game? Hearing that?
Put me on the board. Miami wins this game. I wonder if KJ will think that was sincere enough.
Yeah, KJ is not with us tonight because he's enjoying the Music City Bowl. Last score I had, if anybody is really into the bowl games, Illinois beat Tennessee. Geez, Brett, another SEC team went down in the bowls. The SEC isn't as strong as everybody thinks it is because their bowl record's bad. SEC
I thought about that.
Say goodbye to the SEC because they're losing all these bowl games. Good Lord.
Yeah,
I had to throw that in there. We've already talked about it. I had to throw it in there because we've already talked about this.
Yeah. I was sitting there watching the game, and I said, let me go ahead and count the opt-outs. And I looked and said, well, Tennessee's like the 6th or 7th best SEC team or whatever they are. Illinois is the 5th best Big Ten team, and I'm already kind of come up with an excuse. And I'm like, look, I'm not going to do this. They can run their damn mouth all they want to.
Look at the comment. KJ's paying attention.
KJ's going to be sleeping on the couch tonight if he says anything too bad about the ball.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah, it really wasn't a surprise to me at all. I forgot she was a Vols fan.
Don't
remember
let KJ.
Remember who butters your bread, KJ.
Yeah.
Tennessee Vols are quickly overtaking the Houston Cougars in his head. The wife is pulling him over.
Yep. Pulling him to the dark side. He's going to wave bye-bye
to
Houston.
And he's thinking to himself, I live in Nashville now. It's an easier drive to be a Tennessee fan.
Just like when the Rams were in St. Louis, Ed was like, the Vikings became a distant number 2, and he was all about the Rams. Everything
going to Rams games.
Look at the Missouri Tigers. He just can't let go of those Missouri Tigers. The Hawkeyes have fallen behind. It's a thing.
Oh, no.
Please tell me. Now, be honest, Ed. Did you guys have, when the Rams were still there, did you own any St. Louis Rams whatever?
No.
Lies. You had a jersey.
I got to see.
You had a
jersey 2 years in a row come to St. Louis and kick the Rams' ass. And I got to be there in my purple sporting my jersey that has the world's best number on it. That being 69.
You have never tried to pull off a 69 in your life. You're talking about
that. Not for any other reason. That was kind of funny. When we was in Dallas a couple weekends ago, it's how many times I mentioned 69 being the best number. and listening to all the female snicker. And the guys were like, and it goes right over the guy's head. And I'm saying, yeah, Jared Allen, man, Hall of Famer. Yeah, he was a good football player. And you're seeing all the women just sitting there snickering.
Yeah,
so,
but he went into the Hall as a Bear, though.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
no.
Oh,
Nice try.
listen, we don't need him, and we still have the most Hall of Famers. Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
So we gotta get back to this Miami Ohio State game.
I as I said, I'm taking Ohio State because I mean,
It's Ohio
I just
State.
do not trust. I just do not trust Beck to not turn the ball over, and that's going to probably put Miami's defense into bad situations. And I believe Miami does have a good defense, but ooh, I mean,
And KJ, since you did not give us your picks, let's catch up real quick. We've already done the Iowa Vanderbilt. Give me your pick. Michigan and Houston. Give me your pick.
Michigan and Texas.
Michigan and Texas. Give me your pick. And now we're on the Miami Ohio State game.
Because if you don't get your picks in, you're getting a 500 record for the week, and that's going to
right. We're not pulling an Eric. We're not pulling an Eric here where you get to a kickoff to make your pick. So
because right now, this would be me. So don't get your picks in. I'm cool with it. Be fine. Be totally fine. Chad, Ed, who you got?
no, right now this is you.
No. I mean, do I have to put the banner up? Do I have to put where it's at? I mean, do I have to put the ticker up here for you?
No, not really.
I'll just run it here while we're making our picks. Ed, who you got?
I'm taking Ohio State. I think that I think they're going to make it to the next round. I think they want another shot at Indiana pretty bad, so they know they got to keep winning. So I'm taking Ohio State.
Brett?
Man, I think this is going to be one of the best games of the week. Miami's very physical on both lines of scrimmage. Got a really good running back that tore Texas A&M up, and got to give them credit. Texas A&M got a solid defense, but I keep envisioning something similar to what Eric has mentioned repeatedly. He stole my thunder once again. I just see Miami driving down the field at the end of the game to try to take the lead or go to overtime, and Beck throwing a late pick. I think Miami will absolutely cover this line. If I was putting money on it, I would take the Hurricanes, but I just think Ohio State wins by 4. That's my prediction.
KJ is taking Vandy, Michigan, and he is going with Ohio State.
He took Michigan? All right. I can get one there on him. All right. I like that. Bold, KJ. We'll take it. Next one. Oregon, number 5, Oregon. 12. What would you take the banner down for, Ed? Come on. 12-1.
They want to look at us. They don't want to look at a bunch of
2.5-point favorites versus number 4, Texas Tech. 12-1 at the Orange Bowl. Thursday at 11 o'clock.
This is the coin flip of the weekend as far as I'm concerned.
You know, I'm just going to tell you right now that Texas Tech is winning this game.
Yeah, you can rise well put KJ down for Tech. You know, he loves Texas Tech like no other.
He loves the tortillas they throw on the field.
Yeah, the tortillas that they throw out. I don't know what kind of
KJ says
that is. It's what he likes.
John David's got Oregon. Jay's got Oregon by 14. No way it's close. Who you got, Brett?
Oregon by 3. Right at the line.
Eric and Brett, money rules all in college football. So I believe Texas Tech has oil money. Oregon has tennis shoe money. So you guys should.
They got a lot of tennis shoe money.
You guys.
KJ's got Tech by 50.
And you've got John David taking Oregon over the Little 12 champs.
Yeah. Well, you knew that was a given. This could be James Madison, and John David would take James Madison just to make that comment. Big Mike's got Tech by 10. Ed, who you got?
Eric, hold on, guys. When does Notre Dame play this week?
Let me wait. Let me check. I must have missed that somewhere. Hold on a second.
Hold on, I'm looking. Hold on.
Wait. Oh no, let me see. I got it right here. Let me see. Do you see Notre Dame on there? I don't. I must have missed them.
Oh.
Okay.
They got mad and they picked up their ball and they went home.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I didn't do what I wanted. I'm going to take my ball and I'm going home.
Ed, Oregon or Tech?
I'm taking Oregon.
Jeez, way to go out on a limb.
Oregon. My only concern is since it's the Orange Bowl, God, I really wonder how many Oregon fans are going to make the trip clear across the country. So I got to believe it's going to be a red stadium.
They can fly easy.
They'll be there. Chad, who you got?
Yeah, they got wings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They do.
Give me Oregon. Not by 50, though. I'm not.
Not by 50. Not by 50. All right. Next game.
Did you go? What'd you go with, Eric?
I took Tech right away, man. I was the first one to pick. Try to keep up.
Two Big 12 guys.
Jeez.
Take the Texas Tech.
Next game, number 9, Alabama, 11-3, versus number 1, Indiana, 13-0. Indiana is a 7-point favorite at the Rose Bowl.
Do we just
Brett, take it away.
What kind of disrespect is that?
So we just sit back and let Brett take this one.
Yep, take it away, Brett. I'm just going to sit here and listen.
And you got guys in the comment line that are going to comment. The guys in the comment line are going to be counting every time you say Nick Saban. So
they're going to take a drink every time.
They're going to take a shot.
If I counted every time they beat Auburn's ass, he would be drunk, wouldn't he?
That's right. Nick Saban, everybody in the comment line's got to drink a shot.
KJ's got Indiana.
Yeah, look, I'm as real as the day is long. Indiana is very well coached. And Cignetti, like I said, Cignetti is my favorite college coach right now. He's awesome, unbelievable. But Alabama's got a little bit of talent. And, they haven't played a complete game all year, and they have sit there for 2 weeks. And I've seen it all over Facebook and Instagram and X and TikTok. All these Indiana fans and people just making fun of Alabama, and they don't stand a chance. Oh, Indiana's going to – are you people out of your damn minds? Are you fucking serious? No, look. Indiana's had 2 good years, 2 very good years. Much respect. But you sit there and you literally just piss all over Alabama for 2 weeks and want to wake that sleeping giant. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you because it's going to take a lot of motivation. And if they're not motivated off what I've seen the last 2 weeks, nothing to motivate them. But for Indiana people to think that you even deserve to be stuck on the bottom of Alabama's shoe, give me a break. You're not even on the. You shouldn't even be on the same damn field, even though you've had a couple good years. Alabama is going to run through them like shit through a tin horn. Give me Alabama.
And Jay's got the ultimate respect. He says, "Give me the fucktards."
Once again, after Brett did that whole thing,
Auburn fan taking Alabama. That's respect.
That's something.
I like that, Helen.
Well, I tell you what, you could. I mean, the old Heisman curse could come in right here. The old Heisman curse.
Well, if I was Alabama and I was Kalen DeBoer, I wouldn't even show up to the game, guys, because all I've seen for 2 weeks is they don't stand a chance in hell. So, I've done called down the camp and said there ain't no reason on spending the money on fuel. We shouldn't even show up.
Brett, Saban doesn't coach Alabama anymore. Stop living in the past.
That's funny coming from a Notre Dame fan. Have y'all been relevant since 1988?
John, you got to drink a shot.
That's hilarious.
John's got to drink a shot, and so does Jake, as he mentioned.
See, they mentioned Nick Saban more than you now. Chad, who you got?
Well, I tell you, Brett makes an interesting point. I knew it was a lot of anger, but I could sense he had sincerity in there. And the Heisman curse is looming. So give me Indiana.
Ed, who you got?
I realize that Alabama's had some injury issues and that they've got some of their players back for this game. But like I say it again.
Thank you, Eric.
But like I say again, Alabama, and I think Brett will attest to this, Alabama has not played a good game in quite a few weeks. And so to all of a sudden think that after you play 3 or 4 consecutive weeks of not good football, to all of a sudden playing good football, I think Indiana's going to get past Alabama and move on. Give me Indiana.
Ed, I got to apologize. Listen,
sorry, Ed.
This goes on the 100 show as one of the top comments anybody has ever put on the comment line. Jay,
now keep in mind, this is coming from a guy that Alabama has kicked their ass 6 years in a row.
That may be
Auburn has had 4 coaches in a decade. They don't even have a roster, but I will give him credit. That is funny. That's not the first time we said that to each other either.
I can agree with anything you just said, but they sniff urinals because Saban pisses in them. Like,
well, all I got to say is, as the bottom line kicks around, our 100th episode coming up in 3 short weeks. We've thrown around the fact that we're going to bring on as guests our biggest fans in the viewer line. Can you imagine the potential of Big Mike, Jay, John David? Who else? Bringing them on live?
Yeah.
We'll bring John David on live and just let him go with Eric, and we'll just sit back and that'll take 15, 20 minutes right there for that.
That won't take long. John David will mentally crush Eric for sure.
Oh my God.
Eric's gonna be crying. Ed's gonna have to bow up because it's his little nephew. It's just gonna become the whole thing.
Eric, just remember one thing, Eric. 1988. Just say every time John David says something, say 1988, and you're done. You're done.
We'll get a hold of you, but for all you guys, Jay and Big Mike and John, and 3 weeks from tomorrow, episode 100, we're going to be sending out some invites to come on and help us celebrate our 100th episode. So bring some of your best material. Just like we got John and Eric having a segment, I visualize
Jake and Brett.
And I are just going to sit in the other 2 windows and eat popcorn.
By the way, I've got Indiana. Just saying. I've got Indiana. Sorry, Brett. I love you.
I figured I'd be the only one to take Alabama because, we don't belong on the same field with them and we don't stand a chance. So I figured I'd be the only one to take Alabama.
Big Mike did throw out the only three team loss team in the playoffs. So,
Did KJ give his answer?
No.
KJ has not. Oh, yeah, he did. Hoosiers.
He took
Indiana.
the Hoosiers. Okay. That's
Yeah.
what I had written it down. I just couldn't remember seeing it. So.
Okay. Next
Got a
game.
short-term memory issue right now.
Next game, we got it up there. Number 6, Ole Miss, 12-1. At number 3, Georgia, 12-1. Georgia is 6.5-point favorite. And I don't see any reason why anybody would pick anybody other than Georgia. So I'm taking Georgia. Chad, who you got?
Yeah, give me them Bulldogs. Give me them dogs.
Ed, you going with Ole Miss?
I am not, but I am waiting patiently for Brett to give me a reason why I should second guess taking Georgia.
Georgia's too complete of a team, and you've got Kirby Smart against Pete Golding, the same Pete Golding that every fan in Tuscaloosa wanted run out of Tuscaloosa for 4 years. Lane Kiffin's no longer there. They don't have the studs on defense that they had a couple of years ago. I got Georgia covering the line rather comfortably, 14-17 Georgia.
Here's KJ's pick, Brett.
The only SEC team for the quarterfinals. That's right.
I haven't seen Houston on that map either, and I don't think I ever will.
Big Mike's got Ole Miss. John David's taking Ole Miss.
KJ promised us that, what was it, in 2 or 3 years, Houston would be in line for
I think
next
he did
year.
say that. I think he did say that.
He did say that.
Well, they got oil money. They got the money.
They got the money. All right.
They got the money, honey.
That covers college as far as I know. So we're going to
I think we're going to have 3 really good games, guys.
I think so too. I think so too.
To make up for that first week of slate of games?
Yeah, the JMU and the Tulane game.
The mighty James Madison.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to have my phone in a very precarious position so I can keep track between courses tomorrow night.
Right.
But New Year's Day, back to back.
It's gonna be epic. All right, let's hear from Wild Sun, and we'll be right back on the other side with the NFL. Almost didn't make it back. All right. Oh, Brett must be going to the bathroom or something. All right, boys. Brett or Chad, we do have to, since we missed last week, we do have to go back a week, just real briefly.
Okay.
And talk about the game that we witnessed, all 3 of us witnessed, because that's why I was like, we need to have a show last week. We should have just did it on Christmas Eve, and I should have just told my wife and my family, listen, we got a show to do. Bears Green Bay. How awesome was that?
It was pretty awesome. Made extra so being with the two of you. I couldn't celebrate as much as I want because I didn't want to keep turning the TV off, but
Right?
but it was pretty epic. It made me feel like no matter what happens the rest of the year, that we have a coach and we got a dude under center. I have never felt like we have a dude since Jimmy Mack. People forget about him. He had the highest winning percentage of any other quarterback in the 1980s.
Right. Yeah, he was pretty good.
So it was insane. It was crazy. Those clutch touchdown throws, they made Ed puke a little bit in his mouth. I could see him.
Because he's staring JJ McCarthy right in the face.
JJ's been playing well. He's kind of right.
He's hurt all the time.
He does have he's a little fragile for sure. He might be this generation's crystal chandelier, but anyway, the defense does need to play better. They did okay in the Green Bay game.
Listen, Chad, we've said this all year long. That's our missing piece. We need an edge. We need a guy in the middle, maybe a linebacker. We need to shore up. That's obvious. The thing for me is to fast forward, to go to Santa Clara with a team that is smoking hot right now. And San Francisco is hotter than any team out there. And we went toe to toe and came within 4 seconds. If we'd had 8 seconds on that clock, I believe we win that game.
I tell you, I said it towards the beginning of the season that we shouldn't be counting out the 49ers, and people were telling me they were cooked, and they came in so under the radar. The 49ers just snuck into the number 1 seed, and nobody realized. Everybody's like, wait, what's going on here? I thought these guys sucked this year. What happened?
But we talked about their schedule at the beginning of the year, that it lined up really nice for them. Outside of, obviously, the NFC West, their schedule lined up pretty good for them.
Yeah.
To be able to do this,
But back to the Packer game, the throw in the corner to the rookie wide receiver, and having faith that he was going to do that and putting it right where it had to be. I don't think you could see him very well. And then that pass to DJ was it can't get any better than that. The offensive line played really well. We ran the ball really well. We didn't run the ball so hot against the Niners, but we could run it could get enough when we needed to, for the most part. So I was.
What I loved about the Niners game.
I'm still terrified to have hope, but I do have some hope, and it's a little scary.
What I take away from the Niners game was they were purposefully trying to stop the run. Safety, walking a safety up, things like that, and they were forcing the Bears to throw, and Caleb Williams threw for 330 yards. So to me, that is another positive to take out of it. We're going to take the run away. Let's see what Caleb Williams can do. And he threw for 330 yards.
Yes. In to say something that you and I have been saying on this show for the last 2 years is no matter what everybody tries to do, for some reason, people hate Brock. I don't understand it.
I don't even understand the hate for Brock Purdy. I don't get it.
It's insane. The kid is amazing. The way he moves around, I'm telling you, the way he moves in the pocket, he's not the fastest. He's not the most athletic. He doesn't have the biggest arm. And I'd hate to make this comparison.
That's right.
Exactly.
Here.
But his mind, he's nimble enough and athletic enough to move around in the pocket and get things done. His anticipatory throws are the best in the NFL.
No question.
Bar none. And his accuracy is amazing. Who does that remind you of? Joe Montana.
Yeah. And here's another stat for you. Storied history of the San Francisco 49ers. Storied history. I think we could all agree with that. He is the first player in 49ers history to have back-to-back 5 touchdown games.
Yeah.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yep.
That talk needs to disappear. I mean,
yeah, Ed needs to come to terms with it, and he needs to admit it. The hatred of Brock is insane. He needs to let it go.
That play that he made,
faking out 5 guys, leaving jock straps all over the field.
Jesus.
He rolled out to his left. He got away from 2 different rushers, ran forward, stepped back, and then hit the receiver in the corner of the end zone.
Use check, the fullback. I mean, I'm telling you, I have been high on Brock for obvious reasons. I watched him for 4 years in college, every play. And he's been making these plays for 4 years in college and now for 5 years in the NFL. And I don't think there is a better spot that he could have been in. You know, Kyle Shanahan, his ability to set offenses up, to put guys and here's the deal. I'm also tired of hearing, well, Brock Purdy's been surrounded by the Avengers. How can anybody not be good doing that? I'm like, what? What?
George Kittle out, Brandon Ayuk a no-show the entire season.
Yeah,
his left tackle goes out in the first quarter. Why the Bears didn't move Sweat over there to work that kid, I don't know. He played fantastic. Throwing the guy that shot in the chest before the season began last year.
I heard a lot of Bears fans on a lot of the comment lines saying, "Why are we blitzing this guy? Why are we putting pressure on him?" Have you seen Brock Purdy's numbers against the blitz?
Well, it's
they're crazy.
Just even get Sweat over to put over that backup left tackle.
Yeah, the only way to really take it to a quarterback like Brock Purdy is you have to be able to put pressure on him with 4 guys. You have to
surround.
You have to. You got to keep him in the pocket. And you've got to be able to put pressure 4 guys. And what is a weakness of the Bears? We're not able to do that. It's the pieces that Brett, you, and Ed and I have talked about. The pieces that they're missing. So
yeah, it's the reason that they won't go very far in the playoffs. It's the reason they're not going to go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
It's those reasons right there.
Yes.
I mean, they've won the division. Maybe they win a first round game.
But my thought process goes to this. And this is what I take away from that San Francisco game. I don't believe in moral victories, but what I'm saying is we know our weaknesses. And San Francisco was hot. And their offense is probably one of the best offenses right now in the NFL. And we went toe-to-toe with them.
Yeah. And by the way, Christian McCaffrey's approaching 400 touches for the season. So
what's that mean, Chad?
For all you fantasy football players out there, you avoid him like the bubonic plague. You do not touch him. He will be straight trash homie all next year. He is wore out, just like Saquon Barkley was this year. He is done. The 49ers have to win it this year, or they're not going to win it because Christian McCaffrey is going to be host next year. And at his age, that might mean he's just done.
Right.
Well, seeing what kind of year McCaffrey can have when he's healthy, I mean, is the very reason why all the years we had to – I don't know how many years I've drafted him only to be disappointed because the guy can't stay healthy. And so this year when he finally puts it together, we all see what he's capable of.
It's incredible.
But we're going to move.
He's a Hall of Famer. He in my opinion, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he and Derrick Henry are the best running backs of that generation. He is absolutely phenomenal. and he's done it against so many odds. Nobody wanting him to succeed. Everybody wanting him to switch positions. All this other trash, garbage, all this racism that he faced.
Yeah.
Saying he couldn't do it. He needed to become a slot wide receiver. The kid is absolutely fantastic, and he's gutsy. Hurt his back, kept going out there, getting worked over when he'd come off the field. I mean, the kid is phenomenal.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, as far as I'm concerned, is the real league MVP.
Yeah. He won. He was a couple years ago too when he won me my last championship in our league, Ed.
So when we look over the NFL schedule for Week 18, there's only 4 games that matter. The first topic we're going to talk about is this one right here. Has the DK Metcalf suspension cost the Pittsburgh Steelers a chance at the playoffs? And I say absolutely yes.
Yes.
I say I wouldn't even be surprised to see the Ravens boat race Pittsburgh this coming weekend, because if Aaron Rodgers can't put more than, 10 points on the board last weekend?
6. What? 6?
6. Yeah, 13 to, yeah.
He's out his 2 favorite receivers. He's out DK and he's out Washington.
The big 300-pounder, yeah.
Yeah, he's out for the season now. Yep.
But
Pittsburgh they picked a poor time to lose to Cleveland.
So you had a Michigan player in the UFL last year that got in an altercation with a fan. And now you have a DK Metcalf getting an altercation with a Detroit Lion fan. Pretty much the same favor. And it's rumored that the Detroit fan is going to be permanently banned from the stadium as a result of what happened to DK. But how do you, if you're a Pittsburgh fan right now, you got to just feel like the life's been sucked out of you. That, I mean, you go from having a 2-game lead in the division to DK being suspended for 2 weeks. You might not see the playoffs.
And not only that, but your other big wide receiver that you traded away at the beginning of the year is having a fantastic season in Dallas. And you need him. And you tried to trade all year long for another wide receiver, and you couldn't get it done.
Yeah. Yeah, not
well,
good.
Let's not talk like DK was a stud all year, because really, for the most part, I would say DK's underperformed.
Yeah.
For the year.
But let's ask this question. Is DK underperforming, or are we giving too much to a very old Aaron Rodgers, and he looks old on the field? I'm not saying Phillip Rivers old. Phillip Rivers looks like Chad or I or Ed or Brett out there running on throw. I mean, the whole shot put and throw. I mean, kudos to him. He played well. I'll give it to him. But
it reminded me of we had an event at work like 6, 7, 8 months ago, and we had the cornhole, and we had hot dogs, and we had hamburgers, and then me and these 2 of my young coworkers were out there throwing a football. First time I've thrown a football in a decade, and I'm gonna tell you what, that's every time I see Phillip Rivers out there, I start laughing, thinking of myself, because.
How sore was your shoulder the next day, old man?
It hurt. And I was still running around like I was a slot receiver or a cornerback or a safety, and I'm not.
You're not like that anymore.
No, built like a little, like a little mini keg or something.
So setting the stage for our next topic, the Philadelphia-Buffalo game. Philadelphia had a total of 17 yards in the second half of that game.
And still,
so it come down to the very end, and Buffalo had an opportunity to score a touchdown, kick an extra point, and potentially take the game into overtime. So I know when I was watching the game with Mama Bear, I was like, you take this game to overtime because Philadelphia has shown that they cannot move the ball at all. So your chances in overtime, if you're Buffalo, got to be looking very, very, very promising. But instead, Buffalo goes for the 2-point conversion. They don't get it. And they take a mighty tumble from what they could have been looking at had they won that game. So is it just me that was on the side of setting that game to overtime?
No.
Jay,
Listen, Jay. Let me address Jay here real quick.
Okay.
Hey, you can agree with that call 100%. It's wrong. It's wrong 100% of the time. You have all the momentum. All the momentum. They had 0 pass yards in the second half. You kick the extra point. All the momentum was on your side. You play the overtime. You win the game.
Yep.
It's a stupid, stupid move. You took having all the momentum and giving and just throwing it out the window. They just threw it all out the window. But what it did for you, Jay, give me 1 second here. What it did for you, Jay, is it was a good loss. You know why it was a good loss? You're not winning the Super Bowl anyway. So that stupid decision by that head coach is going to help him get fired, which is going to bring in a new head coach, which gives you a chance to win a Super Bowl because you're not winning it with this coach and quarterback combination. It's over, Jay. I said it 2 years ago. Last year, I was saying it all this year. They're cooked. They're done, Jay. It's not going to happen. Why do you keep making Keon Coleman a healthy scratch every week? What are you, stupid?
Can I? All right. You know, me and Jay are friends, and we had this discussion Sunday night. Wait, when did they play? Saturday night? When did they play?
They played the late game on Sunday, wasn't it?
We had the discussion Sunday night. We had it yesterday, and then yesterday night, last night. I told him, I said, you verbatim Chad, I don't even have to repeat it. You got all the momentum. You had them by the balls. They were holding them by the skin of their teeth. I thought it was 16 yards in the second half. I guess it was 17. I said, kick the damn extra point. Now in overtime, you're going to get the ball no matter what the team does first. Buffalo had them. They had them. And they literally, once again, Chad is right. They pissed the game away. And I told Jay, we were talking in the chat, and me and Ed kept going back and forth. No, kick the extra point. Please kick the extra point. The guy can't get out of his own way. So, again, Jay, just because you agree with that call 100%, with all due respect, you're an Auburn fan. You don't know shit about winning to begin with. So, okay, I'm done.
Okay, I'm done.
But you basically, a team that was on fumes, that could not do nothing for a whole half, and you basically went up and whispered in their ears, we're going to give you the opportunity to beat us with just one play.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As bad as we played, we'll give you one play.
As bad as you guys have sucked all half, you only got to do one. We're going to give you a chance to win it all with one play.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you one thing, Jay. If you were to ask the Philadelphia Eagles before that, hey, do you want them to go a 2-point conversion and to have a chance to shut it down, or do you want to go to overtime? They're like, 2-point conversion, 2-point conversion, 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
They were all over that.
Yeah, they were done. Philly was done.
Philly saw how that second half was going. They would have taken that in a heartbeat. All right, Philly, you're up 13-12. You got 17 total yards. 0 passing yards in the second half. And Buffalo just scores a touchdown. Do you want them to kick the field goal and go to overtime, or do you want them to go against your defense on a 2-point conversion, one play? I can tell you exactly what Philadelphia's going to say. Give us that one play. We'll stop them.
If I was the owner of the Buffalo Bills, and it's a good thing I'm not rich because I would own a team, I would have walked down there at the end of that game in front of cameras and all, and I would have bitch slapped the head coach, and that would have been the last time he had ever been on my field if I was the Buffalo owner. I'm just being straight up with you.
I mean, realistically,
that loss is on that coach. It was a stupid move.
This leads to Chad's point with Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, whoever you want to talk about. And now, Chad, we're getting there with Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan.
Yep.
This is year 5.
Yep.
I mean, if you don't want to count the first year when Purdy didn't play the whole year, I mean, I don't know how the metric works, but this is year 5 for them. This gives Buffalo one little other check mark to say, listen, let's go back to the Philadelphia game where he made that decision. That was a poor decision. And use, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Buffalo had the chance to have so much more. They had a chance to overtake New England. They had a chance to overtake New England, but now they're looking at 3 road games.
Yeah.
And how often is that ever successful?
Well,
it's Jay. I don't hate McDermott. I'm not a hater. It's just simple historical facts, dude. Has he made some really stupid coaching decisions over the year? Yeah, he has. And for some reason, he's drawn this line in the sand with Keon Coleman. I don't know what it's about, but he's your only wide receiving threat you have, and you have essentially kicked him in a cage and told him to go eat a banana and shut the hell up. And because you were screwing yourself with that, and they're not going to win a Super Bowl together. It's just historical fact. You're not.
Yeah. And McDermott, when it comes to him, I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm just saying, he's been at Buffalo a while. They haven't been able to get it done. I mean, what would you take? What would you take, Jay? Would you take Buffalo just being good and in the mix and not win a Super Bowl? Or would you take them firing McDermott, doing the things they need to do, and potentially winning a Super Bowl? I mean, I know what I would do. I know exactly what I would do. And this year, no Mahomes in the playoffs. We can't say no Lamar now because it looks like Pittsburgh has opened the door for that. No Joe Burrow. None of the usual suspects on your side that Josh Allen has always ran into and just hasn't quite gotten it done. But, I mean, what does Buffalo have? I mean, like, give an example. I'll use Chicago, and you can use other teams too, but I know the score right offhand. Chicago puts 31 up on Philadelphia and held them to 14. Well, your defense, which I would say the Bears and the Buffalo defense, probably similar in stats and things like that, holds Philadelphia to 13. 13. And you score 12.
At home.
That's what I'm getting
at
at
home.
Is at home. Like, and we did it at Philadelphia. Like there's something broken in Buffalo. And if you're going to say it's not Josh Allen, which I would agree with you if you said that.
It's not Josh Allen.
It's McDermott. No. Like he's got to go. It's not hate, but he's got to go. He just does. Same way with John Harbaugh in Baltimore. He's got to go.
Yep.
McDermott is just not a Super Bowl winning coach. Let's just be honest. I mean, he's not a horrible coach. We've seen horrible coaches.
So
he's not a Super Bowl winning coach.
So we've heard for some time this season that Matthew Stafford was the MVP of the league. But last night, they came back and they almost pulled that game out. But Matthew Stafford, what do you have? 3 interceptions?
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford was a special teams that pulled it out.
And he had similar numbers, I believe, last week. So is Matthew Stafford playing his way out of the MVP race?
Is he running out of gas? I mean, like I said, the last 2 weeks, he has not been good. Is he running out of gas?
I mean,
The defense didn't look real good last night either.
I've been touting the Rams now for a month, saying that they're the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm becoming well, how's the saying go? I think they're leaking some oil.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jay, just to answer this comment real quick, I think any team could beat the Bills in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Any team. Is your defense?
But I'm going to tell you what, I'm so excited because I want all of us tonight before the show's over with real quick, all four of us to say who you think is going to win the Super Bowl. Just real quick. We'll take 15 seconds each. Ed, Eric, Chad, me. And I guarantee you it's all to be four different teams. When have we been able to say that in recent years?
Yeah.
So
before it's been who's Kansas City playing?
So saying that, Brett, here's this one. Here's one of the teams that's been kicking ass here the last couple months. Where does Jacksonville fit in the AFC playoffs?
That's another one that just snuck up on all of us. I mean, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, we were like, well, that's Jacksonville, you know.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
Trevor Lawrence, when was the last time you've seen him put the weeks together that he's putting together?
Since he was at Clemson.
Yeah. Well, I think this coach is as much crap as Jacksonville caught for hiring him.
Oh, Liam Cohen's been amazing.
He has been fantastic. I mean, people were up in arms about this hire, saying it was going to be a one and done. He was going to coach 1 year, and he was going to be so bad they were going to fire him. And
especially after his opening press conference, Duval.
Yeah. Well,
he's done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
He's resurrected Trevor Lawrence, which nobody thought was possible.
Yeah. I mean, I look at it, so if we break down the AFC and where Jacksonville fits into this, okay, I'm going to part the Red Sea here, and I'll bring up the, if I can find it here. Okay, if we just look at the AFC, if it comes up, there we go. I mean, I would plug in the Ravens over the Steelers at this point, but maybe the Steelers pull it out. But let's just say
the Ravens also won't have Lamar this weekend, so keep that in mind too.
Right, but let's just
that may be a good thing.
Yeah, right. Let's just say this is the playoffs as we speak right now. Do you have confidence as it sits right now, Jay, that Buffalo goes into New England and wins? With the way Drake May is playing in that offense? I mean, we're going to pick that game, and I can tell you what, I'm taking New England. Now, let's say Buffalo wins.
It's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, let's say Buffalo wins. Okay, Buffalo wins. They get through it. Now they're going to go to Denver and win in Denver. They're going to knock off the number 2 seed, and then they're going to knock off the number 1 seed. And then let's say Houston wins and Jacksonville wins. I mean, now they're going to go on the road to either Houston or Jacksonville. That might be their easiest game of the first two.
I mean, you could argue Houston is.
You could argue Houston has the best defense. Denver right close, but I would say Houston has the best defense right now. Your offense struggled mightily against Philadelphia, and now you're going to go to Houston and boat race them. I mean, that's what I'm getting at. I mean, it's like the road is so tough. I mean, right now I want to be Houston. And if I'm
but again, fellas, look at how exciting this is. I mean, really.
Yeah.
NFL is my least favorite league, and look at how evenly matched. If the playoffs start today, look at this, fella. Every game is every game's going to be something. I mean, it's going to be must-see TV.
With this setup, I think the Texans club the Steelers, but that's just me.
I would agree.
Yeah,
The
I
defense
think
is
the
gonna be-
Ravens are going to beat the Steelers. I agree with you.
And
I think they club the Ravens too.
And I even think the Texans are going to beat the Ravens too.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, to answer your question, and I would answer that with anybody. I mean, the only one that you could for sure say is coming out of week 1 are the 1 seeds in all of these games. I don't care if you're talking about the NFC side or the AFC side.
Yeah.
The number 1 seeds will be around for the divisional round, and that's all you can guarantee. Now, in the past, what's it been? Well, Kansas City's the 1 seed, Buffalo's the 2 seed, and we'll see you in the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
That's not happening. You know, it's just not happening. But you can go on the NFC side too and say the same thing. Other than the San Francisco game,
right?
Who I think would boat race Carolina at this point.
Well,
I mean, maybe not.
I can only hope Carolina's going to get in because Tampa Bay couldn't beat themselves out of a paper bag right now.
No.
Tampa Bay is just self-destructed.
I don't know what in the world happened to them.
Man, they have fallen off the map.
But how would you like to be a 7-9 team and you're in a winner-take-all game for the division?
I mean,
NFC South, man.
But could you know, picking the 3-6 game there, LA did not look very good last night. LA would have to travel across the country, play in a cold Philadelphia. Brett and I talked about this. Is it more advantageous for the Bears to lose to the Lions and Philadelphia wins against the Commanders and the Bears drop to the 3 seed to play LA and LA has to fly to cold Chicago to play?
I don't want to play Green Bay again. We had this discussion.
Yeah. I mean, with the history between Green Bay and Chicago, would it be more advantageous? Would Chicago want to see LA? 3 weeks ago, we just said no freaking way.
I wouldn't mind seeing any of these teams other than Green Bay. I just don't. There's something. I'm not saying Green Bay's better than these other teams in the NFC bracket, but give me Seattle, what you know ain't going to happen. Give me Philadelphia. Give me the Rams. Give me the 49ers again. Give me Carolina. I just don't want to see Green Bay.
Well, you look at Chicago's defense, and you can argue that, we do want to see LA because Stafford's not going through a very good streak right now.
And he's not mobile. He's where he's at.
Stafford's going to start coughing up the ball. Chicago licking their chops in that game.
Yeah. I mean, because what advantage does the cold in Chicago have against Green Bay? None. That's just another game to them because they play in the cold too. But you bring LA, you bring Seattle. I don't know if Seattle falls to the 6th seed if they lose to San Francisco this week. I don't know how exactly we played it out. I don't remember how it works, but you have Seattle come to cold Chicago. You have LA come to cold Chicago. You have San Francisco come to cold Chicago. I'd rather see that than have another cold team come to Chicago that we play in this all the time.
They just Green to me Green Bay's not a good matchup for us. I mean, I know we split the last 2 years. We could have won any of the last 4 games, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just
I think basically what it comes down to, the game between Seattle and San Francisco, whoever wins, one's the 1 and one's the 5. They just flip flop. If San Francisco beats Seattle, Seattle drops clear down to 5. I think.
Is it 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. They would drop clear down to 5 from the number 1 seed.
I didn't know if there was some crazy thing that would bump LA to 5 and move Seattle to 6.
The LA has lost the tiebreakers. They've with their losses they've had down the stretch.
Yeah.
Jay says that Philly is peaking at the right time.
Philly?
That's what he said.
They just put 17 yards in an entire half. I don't know how that's peaking.
Bro, Buffalo literally pimp slapped them for a whole half.
They're peaking. That's what Jay says.
Well, I mean, okay. That's I'm just saying, I would rather play almost any of these teams in Chicago other than Green Bay.
Super Bowl predictions? No, real quick. No.
I don't know how you'd pick it. Like I said 3 weeks ago, I would have said LA and either New England or Denver. But now I don't know.
I'm definitely not cherry picking, I can assure you.
Well,
You know.
But I wouldn't be surprised. God. I would say in the AFC, my top two teams would be Jacksonville and Houston. And in the NFC, I would go Seattle and San Francisco, with the only caveat with the Super Bowl being in San Francisco. Nobody's ever hosted a Super Bowl on their home field. So to me, San Francisco out of it right off the bat.
Tampa Bay and Tom Brady did once.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. First time it ever happened. Yeah.
So
but San Francisco is arguably the hottest team, and I'm still waiting for Darnold to be Darnold.
Right. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
That's the other thing why Seattle doesn't scare me. Darnold likes to throw the ball to the other team, and the Bears like to catch the ball from the other team. You know,
well,
I mean,
Seattle, San Francisco winner take all game this weekend. I think you're going to see, because last year, remember, Minnesota and Detroit played, and it was a winner take all game in the final game of the regular season, and Darnold coughed it up pretty bad. You remember that?
Yeah. What's going to go through your mind? So let's just foreshadow here a little bit. What goes through Big Daddy Ed's mind if Seattle walks off the field at Levi Stadium a winner? Let's foreshadow here, Ed.
Sam Darnold, MVP.
What goes through your mind?
The only thing that would help me get through it would be the thought of Joe Burrow coming to Minneapolis. That'd be the only thing that would get me through it.
Dude, so my question is this. I know I've seen that floated out there for Minnesota, but aren't you guys like 23 million over the cap?
Yeah, but what team is it? Aaron Jones, they're paying like 14 million. Well, you cut him right off the bat because Aaron Jones can't stay healthy for more than a week at a time. So
what receiver are you giving up?
Addison.
I'd have to say right now, Naylor's been outperforming Addison because Addison can't hold on to the damn ball. But like I said, Hawkinson, Jesus. I mean, like I said, he makes about $500,000 a catch. So they definitely save some cap room with him. So, but
here you go.
I can definitely see San Francisco beating Seattle this weekend. Seattle drops down to the number 5 seed.
Jay, it's not getting the Super Bowl. They have to win it.
Yeah.
They have to win it.
Listen, and Jay, here's the deal.
They've been to the Super Bowl numerous times.
But Jay,
4 in a row.
I think you're misinterpreting. We're not Buffalo Badgers. I love Josh Allen. But the thing of it is, because I'm a Bears fan and not a Buffalo fan, I can be a realist about it. You know, Chad's saying we can be realists about it because we're not fans of the team. And the realist part of it says, one, history, fact, that the coach and quarterback combo is not going to win it. And there's two, Ed just said it before, there's too many oil leaks. And the oil leaks are, defensively, sometimes they show, sometimes don't. Same with the Bears. I can be a realist about the Bears. There's oil leaks on the defense. There's no question about it. And if you could solely rely on Josh Allen throwing the cape on, then you should have beat a Philadelphia Eagles team who scored 13 points and only had 17 yards in the second half.
Which, having said that, brings up the question: is Josh Allen hurt? The rumor is he's got a foot injury.
Right.
Last week is one of those games that Josh Allen wins just by running the football. And last weekend, he did not run the ball.
No.
And so is that foot injury real? If it is real, Buffalo has no shot because they need Josh Allen to be Superman.
Yeah.
And if he can be Superman, it's not going to happen.
They're dead. So last question real quick, because I think I know how we're all going to answer this.
But just a second. I'm going to ask Jay a favor. Jay, put in the comment section. This is a legit question. What is McDermott's issue with Keon Coleman? Your only legitimate threat at wide receiver. What's happening there? Tell me. Okay, go ahead.
I think we'll answer this question the same. Is it time for Baltimore to move on from Lamar Jackson? No. It's time for Baltimore to move on from John Harbaugh.
Yep. Agreed.
Just like in Pittsburgh, it's time for Pittsburgh to move on from Mike Tomlin. It just is.
Not that Tomlin is a bad coach.
No, I'm not saying they're bad coaches.
It's just like Chad said. Pittsburgh wants to hang their hat on the fact that they change a coach every 3 decades.
Great.
When in reality, sometimes it just gets stale, and you got to make a change.
Yeah.
And I'll disagree with you on Baltimore because the rumors have kind of flying. You never know, but usually when the players start talking, there's a little bit of legitimacy to it, and it sounds like Lamar Jackson hasn't really been putting his best foot forward this season. And he's been rumored to be sleeping through meetings, staying up late at night, playing video games instead of watching film. And he's not doing those little things that he used to do. And he's kind of seems, I may be wrong, but it kind of sounds like Lamar's running out of a little bit of favor. So do you just clean house and trade Lamar Jackson when he still got stock to somebody like the Raiders or the Miami Dolphins?
But Ed, could that not be potentially, John Harbaugh's message is falling on deaf ears now? Because if you're saying he's not doing what he used to do, why?
But tell me when.
I'm not blaming John Harbaugh. I'm just saying.
As a Baltimore fan, somebody is a Baltimore fan, argue this point with me. How many great seasons has Lamar Jackson had in the regular season? And when it gets to the playoffs,
yeah, that's true.
Their whole season goes up in smoke.
But
he has never been able to kick that can down the road. So if you're going to make the change with Harbaugh, I think you make a change at quarterback and go a totally different direction.
What did we say? I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. It must have been the year before. They were running the ball phenomenal. They were just road grading people. Lamar was moving. They were running. They get into the playoffs. What happened? They start throwing the ball. Throwing the ball all over the place. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. That's not you. So what are you doing?
They spent the whole season disciplining Derek because they say he couldn't hold on to the ball, right? So they started taking Derrick Henry. They took him out in the fourth quarter. Hell, there were games they didn't even have him in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And so last week,
that's not Lamar.
With Lamar Jackson being out, they had no choice. They give the ball to Derrick Henry, and what happens? He was just an animal. So
yeah.
Same thing I told Eric would happen if they just gave him the damn ball because we needed Baltimore to beat Green Bay.
So if you're Pittsburgh, it's not rocket science what you're looking at this weekend. So it comes down to, can you stop him or not?
And I think, pivoting to Pittsburgh a little bit, they've got a ton of money spent on the defensive side of the ball. They have done reclamation project after reclamation project on the quarterback. It's not working. It's just not working.
So
it's not.
So
They're staring, missing the playoffs. Oh, they got 9-8. Okay, great. But they're staring, missing the playoffs dead in the eye. Like, it's not working. And if Tomlin is kind of the architect of, hey, we got to have the defense or whatever, to me, Tomlin is exactly what us as Bears fans are thinking about this draft. If Ben Johnson's Bears team comes out and they draft an edge and they go D tackle, maybe a linebacker or whatever, we're going to be like, thank God he gets it. If he comes out and we're drafting more offensive toys and this and that and the other, guess what? No different than what Pittsburgh has done. Defense, defense. We'll figure the offense out, but we're going to be good on defense. Well, what happens when you're not?
Yep.
So Lamar Jackson to the other purple team?
Oh,
No.
To Minnesota?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want that, huh?
Nope.
All right. Well, okay. All right.
Can I say this real quick about Lamar Jackson? And I think I told you guys a story, and it stuck with me all along. I remember Heisman night when Lamar Jackson won the Heisman, and I got a big thing about weights and putting putting weight on slender quarterbacks. I remember him raising up the Heisman Trophy like it was yesterday, and him said, "My God, this is heavy." And they said, "Is it heavy?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I don't lift weights. I don't like to lift weights." And that stuck with me from that night. And you can tell he's no bigger, he's no stronger, and it all leads back to me, work ethic, lack of work ethic. I mean, you're a professional athlete. What the hell do you mean you don't like to lift weights? Right. And that's always stuck with me since that night about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. So top four. I already gave my top four. 2 NFC, 2 AFC. I went with Seattle, San Francisco, and I went with Houston, Jacksonville. But you three never gave your opinions, so go for it.
I'm taking Jacksonville and New England. Jacksonville has impressed me. And on the NFC side, sheepers kraut. I'm definitely taking San Francisco because they're peaking at the right time, man. Offensively, they are a handful. I mean, but the Bears did make them punt twice. First time this month.
Philly's peaking. You forget Philly's peaking.
No, I'm not taking Philadelphia. I'm still going to go with the Rams. I'm going to say San Francisco, LA. I'm going to say New England, Jacksonville. Chad?
You stole mine, Eric.
Devontae Adams is Stafford needs Adams back bad.
So Chad, that's yours too?
That's mine too.
All right, Brett, who you got?
I've got Houston, and I'm going to go ahead and pick the Super Bowl. I've got Houston against San Francisco in the Super Bowl.
Wow. That's bold. It's bold, Cotton. I like it, though. I like it. I like bold statements.
KJ likes your pick.
Yeah, KJ loves that pick. KJ is back on the Brett train after that pick. All right, let's get to our picks. First game, Carolina 8-8 at Tampa Bay 7-9. Somehow Tampa Bay is a 2.5-point favorite. This is for all the marbles. All of the marbles in the NFC South Division.
Winner is in with an 8-9 or a 9-8.
That's so horrible. Oh,
now, that is not true, Ed. If the Atlanta Falcons win this week and Tampa Bay wins, Carolina is in.
That's right.
That's fact. So Carolina, That's why they said all Carolina fans are rooting for the Falcons last night. And I don't know who the Falcons play. Let's see if we believe it's a winnable game or not. The Falcons play.
Well, you got the week 8.
They play the Saints.
Who's won four straight games.
I know, but what I'm saying is if Atlanta wins, Carolina does not have to beat Tampa Bay, and they're still the NFC South champ, and that still means an 8-9 team wins the division. So, with that being said, Ed,
so what you're saying is Carolina could be resting their players. Be able to rest their players.
The Falcons and Saints play at noon.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
So Carolina's going to know by kickoff.
Carolina
their game or not.
Carolina plays at 3:30. So they will know.
Is that a catbird seat or what? To know
they
that
will
you
know.
have an 8-9 record and rest your players.
There's no way. There's no way Carolina can sit there and say, you know what? We can just go ahead and rest our. I think they need the reps.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
So with that being said, Ed, now that you know all the potential scenarios, who you got?
Well, you know what? First of all, I understand this is the most pathetic division in all of professional football. I understand
Without
question. But Carolina, in Bryce Young, with how that went for the first couple of years, the benchings and the starting and the benchings and the starting and the coaching changes. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. They're sitting here with a chance to go 9 wins, let alone win a division. I mean, let's put winning the division aside. I mean, who would you have said at the beginning of the season, oh, Carolina can win 9 games and have a chance to win the division? No way.
No
way.
No.
So
I think all of us said this was Tampa Bay's division to win.
Yes.
And they squandered it.
The fact that Bryce Young, I mean, I give that kid all the credit in the world because the hate that kid has gotten over the last few seasons, it's remarkable that he's been able to not listen to it or compartmentalize it or whatever and go out there and play good enough with the, not very talented team and be able to win games. Now, is it all the quarterback? Obviously, it's not all the quarterback. We all know that. But they get blamed for the wins and they get credit for the losses.
Right.
But the fact that he can even say that they got a chance to win 9 games is insane. Yeah, Jay, make your puke emojis all you want. I'm not saying Bryce Young's going to the hall, but what I'm saying is the kid has showed some guts here. Now he needs to still hit the weight room a little bit and get some lifts in his cleats, but give me Carolina.
Ed, who you got?
I got Carolina as well. Tampa Bay is broken. And I don't see that. If they qualify for the playoffs, that's about as big as a gimme game as there is for a playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Carolina.
Big Mike's got Tampa Bay. Jay's got the Panthers, even with a blank quarterback. Brett, who you got?
Well, I'm going with one of Auburn's daddies, Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers.
I just think Tampa Bay is a freaking train wreck.
They've evidently, like, the whole team hates Bucky Irving now. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, they just are a train wreck. So I can't pick them. They may win, but I can't pick them.
What's their record like the last 6 games? Are they 1-5? What's their? Can somebody put it?
You remember right?
I'll check it out.
They were talking.
They They have lost their last 4 in a row. They have lost 7 of their last 8.
Yeah, they started the season out 5-1, 5-2, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5, 7-5, 7-6, 7-7, 7-8, 7-9. Like they've just fallen off the map. I don't see how they and we're not talking about Tampa Bay falling off the map to the NFC's finest. We're talking about them falling off the map to
the Saints,
the Falcons, the Panthers, the Dolphins. I mean, come on, guys. Yeah. Can't pick them. Got to go with Carolina. Next game.
They did beat the Cardinals.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Give them that one. The worst team in the NFC West. Seattle 13-3, 1.5 favorites at Levi Stadium. San Francisco 12-4. That is a Saturday 7:00 game. I'm taking San Francisco because I just watched their offense. Holy buckets.
Go
ahead, Chad.
Give me the anti-Sam Darnold. So give me whoever's playing against Sam Darnold. Okay, it's the San Francisco 49ers. I'll take them.
All right. Brett?
I mean, San Francisco at home, and I mean, the Sam Darnold factor. I've got, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, Seattle looked like the best team in football, which we can say that about a lot of teams throughout this season. But San Francisco, it's going to be a good game, but just a little too much.
Big Mike's got Seattle, it looks like, and Jay's got the Niners. Ed?
I got San Francisco. I just think they're on a roll right now, and they're peaking at the right time. So
I would agree.
Philly speaking.
Yeah, right.
Jay says Philly speaking.
Detroit 8-8 at Chicago 11-5. Chicago is a 3.5-point favorite. The afternoon game on Sunday. Brett, what are you gonna do here?
I mean, we've been through it this year. Emotional roller coaster with the team. Hats off to the coaches, the players. I've got to go with Chicago here because you got McDaniel. There's the McDaniel factor on the sideline, and Detroit. It's weather. What's the weather going to be this weekend? 30 and windy.
20s.
Yeah, Detroit just historically in my whole lifetime doesn't play good in weather. So give me the Bears.
Ed, who you got?
Well, I've said all year long, Detroit's not a road team. They haven't been this whole season. And with that loss they had last week, the convincing, demoralizing loss. I mean,
who'd they play? You remember?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe my eyes watching that game, but I just think that Detroit will have no reason. They want no part of this game. It means nothing. In Chicago, it's the difference between a potential number 2 seed or number 3 seed. So Chicago is the one that's got something to play for. So I got Chicago.
I have Chicago as well. What are you going to do, Chad? You going to reverse gank this and go Detroit just to save us?
I'm so uncomfortable right now. I feel like Andre the Giant's about ready to check my prostate. With Detroit's history of road games, like Ed said, golf outside on the road in moderately cold weather, it's going to be like 32 at kickoff. It's going to drop. It's going to be 26, 27 degrees for the game, 6-mile-an-hour wind. So it's not going to be bad. It's definitely not going to be Midwest bad. I'll tell you that. It might be Alabama bad, but it ain't Midwest bad.
No.
And I just, oh my God, give me Chicago.
Oh man, we're screwed. It's a clean sweep. Detroit's winning. I want to change my pick right now. God. All right, last game. Another game for all the marbles. Baltimore 8-8, 3.5 point favorite.
I gotta go take a blood pressure pill. I'll be right back.
At Pittsburgh 9-7. The DK Metcalf, the Washington-less Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm taking Baltimore. Even with Snoop Huntley quarterbacking. It's going to be Henry left, Henry right, Henry up the middle. Try and catch us.
Until if it fumbles, then they won't give him the ball again.
Yeah, then he won't touch the ball the rest of the game. But let's just hope Harbaugh's smarter than that.
Teach him a lesson. If a wide receiver fumbles the ball, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
If a quarterback fumbles the ball, don't worry about it. Running back? Ooh, you're in trouble.
Chad, who you got? You got Baltimore? Trouble. You got Baltimore, Chad?
He loves Aaron Rodgers too much.
He does. He's got a cutout in his closet that he looks at.
I'm just trying to think of a way Pittsburgh wins this game. I just don't see how Pittsburgh wins this game. I don't. The defense is mid, as the kids say. The offense is abysmal. Their top two receiving options are gone. Give me the Derrick Henrys.
Brett?
It's gonna really be sweet when I get to see Derrick Henry end that prick Aaron Rodgers career. Give me the fighting Derrick Henrys.
Ed?
Same with me. I think Derrick Henry has a minimum of 30 touches.
This is not a good sign, boys. It is a clean sweep on the NFL side on every single team, and these are supposedly big games.
Winner takes all game.
Yeah, so that means we're probably going to go 1-3 in our NFL side. That's probably just
there's going to be a surprise. There always is, and there might be multiple surprises.
Yeah.
Well, KJ is going to have to buck up and give his NFL picks at some point too. This isn't sliding into Saturday thing.
Yeah.
You know, the one game that sticks out to me though that I feel like I'm wrong on, and I don't know why, because they've lost. Wouldn't we say 7 out of 8 games? No offense to Bryce Young, we know he's been very limited with the roster around him since he's been there. But you go back to 2 evenly matched teams pretty much, and you get Baker Mayfield versus Bryce Young. And I'm sorry, Baker's a pretty good quarterback. That one we might be wrong on, but it's almost like until you actually win a game, I'm not taking you serious no more.
Tampa Bay's like Kansas City. At least I did. I kept picking Kansas City all season, and Kansas City just kept pushing me in the nuts every single week.
Listen,
and finally, I'm just done. I can't pick them.
Kansas City has gotten me to this point on the ticker because I bailed on them quicker than you guys did.
You remember, I pushed against them all year last year out of spite. Then I picked 4 this year because I was punch drunk. I was scared.
Well, you remember the first 5-6 weeks of the season, Baker Mayfield was in the MVP talk.
Yeah.
Early in the season, of course, but he's fallen off the map too. Of course, he lost pretty much his whole receiving corps for quite a while there, but
yeah, I don't know. All right, we're gonna see. We got the games coming up. They're gonna be played, and the next time we get together, we're gonna know the results. Please, Brett, he's a damn runt playing in a League of Giants. Jesus. You guys sure you're friends? Like, are you sure? Or is that just
No, Jay's cool. Hey, I was pulling for his Buffalo the other night, and believe it or not, he was messaging me during the Bears game. Man, he was pulling for my Bears. We can get along about all that except for college. We come to Alabama and Auburn, there's no getting along.
Mike, you are winning the fan side. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but you are winning the fan side because you religiously pick every single week, and it's not even close. And if I remember the numbers correctly, you are beating Brett, you're beating Ed, and I think you're beating Chad.
Big Mike. Come on, dude.
Take it easy on us, Big Mike. And he had to even comment on the 3-loss Alabama team. Well, we won in the first round of the playoffs, didn't we? Big Mike. Not Big Mike was wrong, but we still won our first game. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, you got to go with that. So outside of that, boys, I think that covers it. We are good for another week, pushing our way to 100.
Our last show of 2025. I'm ready to say sayonara to the year. I got a hell of a celebration tomorrow night to have. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching football, and I'm going to snuggle up with my favorite beverage, and I'm going to enjoy football pretty much all day tomorrow. I told my boss, I said, we got football all day. I'm out. I may even bounce around and watch Nebraska play just briefly until it looks bad, and then I'm going to switch the channel.
It's going to get ugly quick.
Yeah, they got Utah.
Man, Nebraska's got a ton of opt-outs, don't you?
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, it's – man,
hey,
it's
you got more than
real
16
quick
players.
Get on. Yeah.
You got more than 16 players.
I mean,
you're good.
The NIL and the portal and this opt-outs and now even bless my heart, I'm on the phone with my mother on the way home tonight. Big football fan. It runs in the family. And we were talking football, and I said, well, hey, Mom, tonight, this bowl game and that bowl game. And you know what she says to me? She said, yeah, it don't really interest me anymore. And she said, it's a shame, in it. She said, that's what we knew that was going to happen when they started those playoffs. And I said, exactly. That's why we need to go to 24 teams and make all the bowls part of the playoffs. 64, and I said, I've got a cohort named Chad that loves that idea.
64.
Hey, Brett.
64.
It's all good, Brett. My wife's an Alabama fan. I'm used to dealing with elephant fans.
Good. Tell her I said slap the piss out of you.
And Jay says, really, guys, I have enjoyed you guys. Even Chad, LOL. See?
Oh, I love you too, Jay. I don't want to spoon with you on a rainy day on the couch, but I love you.
Love you.
Well, you don't know him well enough. How do you know you don't want to?
So now we have successfully completed our longest show of the whole season.
Yeah, there's a lot to cover, man. There's just a lot to cover. What do you do? What do you do, Ed? What do you do?
I mean,
good job.
It's a 2-hour show if the UFL wasn't so hot right now. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the UFL, so we're kind of hamstrung. So I know.
So again, thank you to everybody for allowing us to share on your pages. We've had a ball bringing you the show each week. We're looking for bigger and better things. We're back to our Wednesday nights starting next week. This was a 1-week thing. So we're back to our Wednesdays, 8 Central, starting next week. We got college playoffs. We got the NFL playoffs starting. UFL's heating up. Oh, my God. We might have to go to a 4-hour show in 2026.
We're gonna have to tell Chad, hey, listen, dude, you're gonna have to come on at 9:30.
Yeah, Chad, we're starting at 8. You come on about 9:30.
They're starting the show at noon on Wednesday. We're not gonna get done before midnight.
So, with that being said,
Eric, get us out of here. We'll have more. We'll talk about more of the plans we have for episode 100. But all you guys, the big fans we have that are here each and every week, keep your slate clean for 3 weeks from tomorrow because you'll probably be getting an invite from me to come on the show. So
can't wait for that.
We got a Notre Dame Eric versus John David rant happening. We got a Chad versus Jay Buffalo Bills rant. And Brett and I are going to be popping the popcorn and taking it all in.
Jay going off about Auburn, Alabama.
Yeah. That'll be interesting to dig at those two.
And Cousin Love. Auburn, Alabama, and Cousin Love.
I mean, it is the South, man. I don't know. All right. See you next Wednesday.
Peace out.
And that's the bottom line.